Hi, and welcome back to Ascension. This is Session 5, Purify. Enjoy.
We started with combat and we were fighting blights that looked like sick people, the sick people that are in Retros. Not just any sick people, but specifically those. And after we fought them, we had a little bit going for a while about keeping one eye open. And we followed a river upstream and we came to a lake and a clearing, and there were some statues and like a dragon-like creature statue. And I believe Ember recognized it as Drusana, like a temple to her, but it wasn't a high traffic kind of temple. And we started to go into the temple and we solved a few puzzles. A lot of them were about life. And they also were a little bit... What's the opposite of therapy? They were mean therapy, where they pointed out our flaws. And then we got into a room with a lot of water, and it smelled like sulfur, and there were things glowing, but there was like... It was like murky and gray and gross. And then a sulfur serpent appeared, and I think we're going to fight it.
Absolutely, yes. I like that. The opposite of therapy. That's a great description. And that is correct, yes. So you all find yourselves now in this chamber. And as you said, where we left off, you're on this path in the middle, this elevated path with these pools of murky water beside them. The opposite end is this wall with sort of a relief in it that looks like maybe an object could be placed there. But as you're walking that way, you do hear this loud movement of water behind you, and this serpent does rise out of the water near you. And it looks very much like the one that was on the relief carving of the door to this temple that had the large wings with these bone spikes on the end, and it didn't really have feet. It had more of this long spiked tail that hung from it. And it rises behind you, and it is incredibly large, much larger than the relief carving led it to be. And it makes this very ear-piercing screech, like glass being shattered right beside your ear. And it swoops at you. And if you would go to roll 20, we'll jump right in. So just to orient you here, north on this map is the opposite wall you were walking towards, and the serpent appears behind you. So south of the map is the exit, and the only exit to this cavern right here. So you are, in effect, cut off from the way you entered the chamber. And if you would, everyone go ahead and roll me initiative, please.
Oh. Six
for Emilia.
Mm-hmm. 18
for Dasha.
17
for Ember. What about Kip?
Kip's is a 5.
A 5. And Malin.
I got a 6.
A 6. Malin versus Emilia. What is your dex modifier, or your dex total score?
I have 16.
17.
Okay, Emilia, you will go up front. Okay, let's see what our order is going to be. Okay, our order is Dasha leading off, followed by Ember, followed by this serpent beast, followed by Emilia, then Malin, then Kip at the tail end. So, kicking us off, Dasha, what do you do?
I am going to say, oh shit. Oh, it smells so bad. I'm going to move over. I'll move up towards it, and I'll cast Bane as I insult it.
Okay, and that's a saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's a charisma saving throw. 16 is what you gotta beat.
Charisma saving throw 16. Unfortunately, it rolled a natural 20 on the die. So a total
Aw.
18. So it
so bad at
succeeds.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Don't think I have anything I can do with my bonus action. Yep, that's it. Just going to tell it stinks.
Okay. And it appears a bit unfazed, but you're not quite sure if it understands you or not. Ember, you're up with this creature on deck.
Okay. It'll probably take me an action to do this, but can I tell if this is undead or if this is some kind of curse or what is causing what Ember associates as Drasana's familiar to act this way?
Yeah, so would you be using any type of spell, or you're just looking to assess it using like a skill check?
More so assess it as a skill check, because I don't think she has anything specifically that allows her to check that out. So yeah, if I could do a skill check, that'd be nice.
Yeah, let's do an arcane check, if you would.
Okay, Arcana.
Yes, sorry, Arcana.
14 plus 14 for a 28.
Okay, that's really high. I will say, I don't know how the rules will do this, but with that high of a roll, we're just going to say you're able to ascertain it's not undead. It's not even really organic. It appears to be some type of, what's the right word? Something ethereal, something spiritual. Even that different from a familiar, which you're familiar with.
So it doesn't seem like this spiritual ethereal being is cursed in any way?
No, not cursed.
Not cursed.
Yeah. From a straight mechanic standpoint, there is no curse afflicting this creature.
Okay. I think you would see her take a step back. I think this is Drasana's familiar. I don't think it's organic. And that'll actually be her turn.
Okay. It is this creature's turn. It is, again, very large. It sort of hovers a bit above the ground, maybe 5 to 10 feet or so. It's, mechanics-wise, it's within melee range if you're standing on the ground, but it's not making contact with the ground itself. From where it is, it can actually go ahead and hit, or at least swing, at Dasha. And the way it does so is it has this long sort of coiled neck that shoots out almost like a viper of sorts and attempts to bite at you. And to hit, does a 17 hit?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay, a 17 hits. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage. And
Ouch.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's it. Ouch.
Oh, I thought you said how. I'm sorry. Ouch.
How?
How did you bite me? And from there, it's actually going to take a second attack at you. And in this way, you see this sort of, the spiked tail I mentioned, swing up around and point at you as well, similar to a bite from a tail as well, with this sort of makeshift stinger it has on itself. The hit, that is only a 10. Does not hit with that. It goes wide. But it is going to move a bit because it sees you all as a threat. It's going to hover a bit over the water to about right there to get closer to all of you. And that is its turn. Emilia, you are up. Malin, you're on deck.
Who has the sad rock? Is it Emilia?
It's holding it right now.
Who?
I was gonna say, who is that? Was it Dasha?
I think so.
Okay. How much movement do I have? 30. Okay. Okay. I'm going to run up to Dasha and, like, quick, the sad rock. And see if she'll give me the sad rock, or if I could just take the sad rock.
If I can give it to her, I will.
Yeah, I would say you could make a handoff. Now, I would say if you're trying to do it in the midst of combat, let's make it interesting and let's have both of you do a sleight of hand check for me, if you would.
Okay.
9.
12.
Okay. I will say you don't drop the rock, but
Okay.
it's not a smooth handoff. You're both a bit sort of jumbling there trying to do this. And I will say, based on a failed check, we'll call that your action, Emilia.
Okay.
As you sit there sort of entangled, like, you take it, and fingers all intertwined.
Cool. And then I did 10 feet. I'm gonna run 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 back. That's the way to the recess, right? North.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's my turn. Do I get a sad rock moment, or am I
You
safe?
don't get a sad rock moment currently, no.
Lit. Okay.
Okay.
This is all.
Malin? Is that it's your turn, Emilia? Okay. Malin, you're up on deck, but before that, this creature is going to use a legendary action. And at this moment, a wave rises out of one of the pools beside you. Actually, back from this part of the map that I'm pinging right here. It is 15 feet in width. So it's actually going to cover all of the ground that Emilia, Ember, Malin, and Kip are standing on. I would like all of you in that area to make a strength saving throw. As this wave of slimy, grimy, sulfuric water crashes into you over the platform.
Kip is a 4. Ember's a 14.
I got an 18.
13.
All of you but Kip pass. The effect on Kip is that he's hit with this wall of water, and he's not prone. He does also take 1d6 bludgeoning damage, which is 6 points.
You see, as that wave comes up, Kip looks at Ember for just a moment, and then as like bits and pieces of like stardust just hit the floor. You hear Ember scream. He has 5 HP.
For the record, I really didn't want that to hit Kip, but so it goes. That was a legendary action. Malin, it is your turn. With Dasha now up on deck after Malin.
Oh, we're looking at Mr. Dragon Serpent guy. We see what happens to Kip. How dare you? And we're gonna, with one eye closed, raise our hand and shoot him with the blast.
Okay, roll it.
We might not hit him. 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
Yeah, but we get 2 of them, so let's try it again. 11.
Fortunately, 11 does not fare much better. It also does not hit. And I would say because of the size of this thing, you're not necessarily missing it wide, but it seems these blows have they can't get through its sort of scaly, slimy skin that it has on it.
Gulp. Okay. I think we're just gonna... we will... We'll move up to there. And I think that'll be our turn.
And as you encroach closer to this thing, Dasha, you are up. Ember on deck.
Okay. Oh. I'm very upset about Kip, but I don't think that I can heal him back right now. And I don't like that happened. So I'm going to get closer. I'm going to do 2 attacks.
Okay. Roll to hit.
First one is 10.
10 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay. The second one is a 21.
That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
D10s. Okay. 9 plus 3. Okay, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to bonus action just whip my halberd around and give him a smack with the pole.
Go for it.
All right, that's a 14.
14 unfortunately does not hit either.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, so you are able to land one blow on this thing as you, again, slice into this sort of slimy, scaly, corrupted skin on it. And you do find purchase, you do see that halberd slice into it. Ember, you are up with this creature on deck. I will say, because of what happened to Kip just now, if you would, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 16 plus 8.
Okay, that's really high. It's not to say that this doesn't affect you of what just happened to Kip, but you're resolute in this moment, and it doesn't get in there like other things have before. And you may take your turn as normal.
Okay. With seeing that, and I think she lets out this guttural scream, and then it's almost like her mouth snaps shut. Her eyes begin to glow this sickly green. And she's just going to point. I will forsake everything. And she's going to cast Rack at it.
Hey, what does that do? I'm not familiar with this one.
Rack is a necromantic spell that you can choose a creature within 30 feet, and that target must succeed a Constitution saving throw of a 16. And if he fails, he will then have his speed reduced to half, will have disadvantage on his attack rolls, and can make the save again at the end of each of its turns, excuse me.
So it's disadvantage on attack rolls, and what was the other effect?
Speed is reduced to half.
Half, okay. So a con save, you said?
Yes.
It rolled a 6.
Yay! Okay. So yeah, I think as she says, I will forsake everything, because she is a cleric of Drasana, and Drasana's familiar just killed my dog. So as she points, it's almost like this that comes from her finger, and it's this very sickly looking green, and I think it strikes it in its face, and it's almost like that beast begins to like crumple on its own weight for a second as it gets these muscle spasms and can't quite control what it's doing as it starts to spasm, and it will now have disadvantage on its attack rolls, and speed is halved.
Okay. As you see this pew hit this thing as you described it, and it crumples under its own weight with its exhaustion that hits it. After just a moment, just a beat, its composure returns as it uses a legendary action to pass instead of fail.
Okay. Seeing that it doesn't stick. It's almost like that caring nature just seeps out. And you hear, use a bonus action for this bamf of feathers and this ruffle as bursting through Ember's clothing are two wings. Brown and orange, like that of a falcon. And she will actually flap those wings and go into the air.
Okay. Incredible. So these burst forth from Ember's back and she shoots off into the air. At what height are you going? Trying to meet its eye, going higher in the chamber? It's a fairly large cavern you're in.
She is going to place herself above it.
Okay.
So higher than its
you're
head.
now sort of hovering over everyone here in this chamber as these large feathered wings spread out behind you. What else would you like to do with your turn?
That'll be it.
Okay, it is the creature's turn, and then Emilia, you are on deck. As it is right here with Malin and Dasha, it's going to take its first strike, the bite against Malin, and that is a 26 to hit.
It does.
That is 11 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to swing its tail around and strike with the stinger at Dasha there. That is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that will be 7 points of piercing damage.
I hate that thing.
And Dasha, as this stinger finds purchase in you, if you would, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh. 14.
So with a 14, this thing does hit you in the shoulder. It has dealt damage, and you just missed that opportunity to sort of shake it off as you feel now something sort of seeping from the stinger into you, and you now have the poison condition.
Oof.
Mechanics-wise, that is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, I believe. Might be all ability checks, but at least attack rolls. You can make the save at the start of each additional turn after this.
Yeah.
Does those two attacks. It's going to swoop low over Malin and Dasha as it moves right over here to try to get a different angle on all of these invaders into its chambers. Emilia, it is your turn with Malin on deck.
I'm going to move that final 5 feet and, if possible, put Tyr in the recess as in my action.
So as you move that way, as you get closer to this recess, the similar type of color you see in this water around you, there's this type of odd-looking gelatinous film that's sort of covering it. You're going to have to try to do something to remove that because you won't be able to place this in it right now as it stands. And if you would roll me, let's do an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. 17.
17 is pretty good. I would say you're able to discern from this that there is some sort of source of corruption in this chamber that you're in. And whatever that source is what is covering this inlay right now. And it appears to be this beast that's in here.
Dang, coach. Okay.
That was good thinking. Definitely.
Okay. Was that my action to do all that?
No, not to do that. I will say you still have your action now because you go up there and you see it and you're able to sort of put that together in your head. I wouldn't say that requires an action.
Okay. I will pocket the tear. And then turn around and cast... We'll do Firebolt.
Hey, I believe that's roll to hit. What do we got?
Oh. What an excellent start to my first attack roll. That's a solid 1.
A solid 1. Is it a natural 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how we want to do this. If you would, please roll me. Let's do this. Roll me a d6 if you would.
Okay. Another 1.
Another 1. So, unfortunately, this firebolt that you blast off, I would say maybe it's just the event going on right now, the stress of the situation that's coming out of you. It's almost like you can't even quite get it to expel from your hand as you're normally used to. And I'm going to say, with a natural 1, you're going to take a point of fire damage as that spell practically hits yourself.
Most excellent. I will bonus action take a sorcery point to get a spell slot back.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any movement? Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Malin, you are up. Dasha, you're on deck.
We'll just say to ourselves, okay, maybe 2 eyes open is a good thing for right now. And we will open our other eye. And then with our bonus action, we will... Yes, Hexblade, curse the dragon serpent thingy. And for a brief second, his eyes kind of glow the same sort of like prismatic color that it looks very similar to his Eldritch Blast. And he'll shoot something else from his hand. Just a beam of energy, again, matching that Eldritch Blast that now just kind of floats around the dragon for the duration, or serpent for the duration of this. Just kind of wildly swooping in and out, just circling it. And then we will try and Eldritch Blast it again. Well, damn it. I got a natural 1 for one of my attacks, and a 19 for the other, a natural 19, which, because he's cursed, is a crit in this case. So...
Okay. The duality of D&D. Crits and fails. So let's start with the bad news first, I guess. In the order you rolled them, let's do the fail first. I'm going to ask you to do the same thing you did. I asked for Emilia. If you would, please roll a d6 for me.
Got a 3.
A 3. As luck would have it, that is also yourself on my little head table that we have. So I would say, again, as you try to blast this force damage off that you're familiar with casting, maybe the weight of the situation sort of comes upon you in that moment. And you'll take a point of force damage yourself as opposed to shooting that blast off.
I think it'll just kind of like explode in our hand, and we'll just be like, ah, shit, nope. And we'll reach out with our other hand, and that's the one that hits. That's the 19.
Absolutely. So that is a critical in this case, like you said. So take the max of that Eldritch Blast and then roll it again.
which is, let's see, what is that? That's 15 plus 8. Math, 23, then plus 3, so 26 force damage.
Hey, 26 force damage as you blast into this thing, and that's a hard hit. You would see it's even sort of, I said it's floating, but it's almost like it knocks it back just slightly. And for a large beast like this, that's a pretty big hit.
Okay, both eyes open, left hand. That's the plan. And we'll just stay where we are.
And if you would you please remind me what the full extent of that curse does again?
It's pretty much, let's see. The cursed target, I just get bonus damage, and a crit on a 19 or 20. I gain 10 HP when it dies. So it does nothing to the dragon or serpent itself. It's just...
Okay, and it's just a benefit to Malin.
You're right.
Okay. Okay, with that, Dasha, you're up. Ember, it's your turn on deck after that.
Okay. Well, I'm poisoned. I do want to call out, I'm okay being poisoned right now, but I didn't realize with the level up that I get the paladin feature that gives everyone within 10 feet of me, including myself, a +5 to saving throws. But I'm okay that I missed that. I'm just saying it so I don't forget again.
Good news is, at the start of your turn, you can make the save again to try to...
I will.
And use that bonus.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a +5 +3. And I rolled a 19. Okay, not poison.
Definitely not poisoned as you shake it out of your system.
Okay, I'm going to hit it.
For it.
Ah, shit. 10.
Unfortunately not. It's a large beast, but it's got a tough shell on it.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time. A 13.
Unfortunately, 13 does not hit either.
Ah, so embarrassing. Okay. I'm going to not let it get to me. Take it off. Do some lay on hands.
Okay, go for it.
All right, I'm going to give myself 10 HP back.
Very cool.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Ember, you're up, but before we get to you, you notice to your left more movement in this water as another wave rises up. The center point of right around here. And it crashes across the front end of this platform, across both you and Emilia, if you would both make me strength saving throws. And I don't know, Dasha, if they're close enough to you. What's the range of your aura?
I think it's just 10 feet. I was just looking at it. What was it? Geez, paladins have so much stuff. Yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet, okay. Ember, go ahead, what's up?
Even though I'm in the air?
Oh, no, you're right. You're floating way above these things, so this wave would not reach you at all. So no, you don't have to make the throw. Emilia, unfortunately, you are still within the splash zone.
Solid 3.
A solid 3. So as this wall almost of grimy water hits you and smells like rotten eggs, it actually knocks you prone. And you do take only 1 point of bludgeoning damage, but you are sort of brought to your knees as this water hits you from out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Ember, it is your turn with this beast on deck.
Okay. With being where she is going to point above the head of this dragon. Your turn. Cast Toll of the Dead on it.
Okay, Toll the Dead is a saving throw, right?
It is a saving throw, and it is currently missing hit points.
It is missing hit points, so you do high or die, right?
Yes, it is a D12 instead. The save is a wisdom save.
Of?
16.
It failed.
Okay.
Over 14 total.
So it takes 2d12s. Oh, that's not that good. 5, 6, 7, and so 7 points of necrotic damage. So with that and the wings being popped out, Celestial Revelation would then give her the 7 plus 3 for proficiency bonus, so 10 radiant damage. 7 necrotic, 3 radiant for the Toll the Dead.
For the total. Okay. Both sides of the elemental spectrum there. Radiant and necrotic. Okay. As you see, and what does it look like as these things hit? Because I think this is the first time, obviously the first time you bamfed out the wings. What does this damage look like?
The damage as she casts Toll the Dead and says, now it's your turn. This beautiful like temple bell forms above its head. And when it cracks, it falls on its head and it cracks all the way up. So you see this temple bell shatter on it, and then with the extra Celestial Revelation damage, it poofs into this like sunlight yellow.
Very cool. So you see it hit this thing, and it's almost like this 1-2 punch of necrotic and then radiant, and both find full hit. There's no resistance here, as it's now being hit by all these different elements from left and right, but it holds its position there.
And that will be her turn.
Okay, and now it is the beast's turn with Emilia. You're on deck. So from its position here, it is going to take the bite attack at Dasha. Oh, it rolled a natural 1. So
Oh, good. You suck.
yeah, it does suck. And actually, it sucks so much that its wing gets in the way of its bite as it goes. And it's actually going to bite into its own wing as it does this. And it's going to take the full brunt of, fortunately, that roll was a bit lower. It takes 7 piercing damage as it bites into itself. And a bit of this rage, I would say Ember's 1-2 elemental punch threw it off as it goes to fight. And it bites into itself. It takes 7 points of piercing. Recovering from the blow a bit, Ember, it is going to swing its stinger over your way, though. A 24 to hit, which I believe it does.
It does.
It's going to hit with 7 points of piercing damage. And if you would, similar to Dasha, if you would roll me a Constitution saving throw to try to avoid being poisoned.
5.
That unfortunately does not meet the DC, so you feel this poison into your veins as well. And you have this condition of poisoned, disadvantage on, I think, ability checks and saving throws. Next turn, you can try to save on it.
And I think when it hits her, she doesn't even really look phased as she eats that.
Okay, perhaps not Ember's first time being poisoned. But as it does that, it did see what Emilia was trying to do, the relief in the wall, and it is going to move up that way a bit as well. I don't want it going off the map, but it is going to hover right there, and it starts to look very protective, recognizing what you may be trying to do. Now it is your turn with Malin on deck.
I'm going to cast Sorceress Burst. We'll see how this goes. 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That does hit. Yes, roll damage.
8. Okay. That's gracious. Okay. That is 6 thunder damage. Sure. And
What sort of ability is Sorcerer's Burst? Is that a spell?
It is a cantrip.
A cantrip, okay. I will say I did. No, Firebolt is also a cantrip, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so cantrip so far.
Yup. That will be it for me.
Hey, good deal. As you blast off this thunder damage, it hits again. And again, I think it's taken 5 or 6 different elemental attacks at this point. So it's getting blasted from all sides by these different elements. Malin, it is your turn. Dasha, you're up on deck.
Cool. I think we are feeling pretty confident with Dasha within 10 feet. So we want to stay within 10 feet, but we're going to move right there. And I don't think Hexblade Curse is concentration. I mentioned that because I'm going to cast a different spell. Unless someone knows Warlocks better, I don't think it is. But
I don't think so.
It doesn't say it is, so I just wasn't sure. But we're going to cast Witch Bolt, which is concentration. Which is a 18 to hit.
18 hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, it is 4 d12s. That was a 3. 8, 11, 17, 20 lightning damage.
20 lightning damage. Okay.
And now there is... Shooting from Mal's left hand, there is now a consistent beam of lightning that is also roped itself around the dragon or serpent, just basically connecting the two.
Okay, very cool. So as you almost sort of elementally wrangle this thing, it gets hit by, again, another different element that it hasn't experienced yet this fight.
And I think that's all. That will be all.
Okay. Dasha, it is your turn with Ember on deck.
Okay. I'm going to reposition myself. Try to get around under Ember. And I'll just look up and be like, that's freaking cool. I've always wanted to fly. By myself. All right. And I'm going to try to hit it.
Let me go for it. Roll to hit.
Oh, 12. Aha!
Unfortunately, 12 does not hit.
One more time. Okay, 19.
Definitely hits. There you go. Roll your damage.
Okay. Six, but I'm gonna smite it.
Go for it. Smite it.
Okay. I say I'm gonna smite. I've only smote like one time. But how does that work?
I just learned the past tense of smite, so that's great.
Okay. Spell.
I think it's a bonus action, and then you add additional die, and you can choose
a
after you hit.
bonus
Yeah.
action we're in a smite. Why doesn't it say it in Paladin Smite what it actually does? Oh no.
Because I think it depends on which smite you choose.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing
There's
Divine
one you get
Smite.
like a roll ability. Yeah.
Yeah, Divine Smite. So kind of going off of Ember's like sunshine yellow, it gets like hotter with that flame from Dasha. And that's going to be 4, 3, an extra 7 points of radiant damage.
7 points. That is one of the best smites that has ever smote.
Yep. I feel so good about it. All right.
And I would say that
my turn.
lights up this chamber a bit as well.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like a black light. So dirty.
Any movement? Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. As Dasha has just revealed the secrets of this chamber, Ember, it is your turn with this beast on deck. But for your turn, you again hear a swell of water behind you. At this point, focused about right here, as it crashes into the three of you, Ember, Dasha, and Malin, if you would all make strength saving throws for me.
Even though
You
I'm
get
up.
a +5.
Not you, Ember, sorry.
Four plus 5, 9, minus 1. I got an 8.
Hey.
26.
And a 26. There you go. So, Dasha, you seem unfazed by this wave crashing into you. It definitely hits you, but it doesn't seem to throw you off at all. Malin, unfortunately, it does throw you off a little bit, and it does knock you prone as this wall of putrid water hits you. It does deal only 1 point of bludgeoning damage to you, but I believe you'll need to make a Constitution saving throw to keep Witch Bolt up from taking damage, and I want to say 10 is the minimum. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. Prone doesn't just knock that out, does it? It's still a roll for the damage?
As far as, like, concentration goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you can go prone and maintain concentration. I may be mistaken, but we'll say you can.
I wasn't sure. Do I get the +5 to this roll as well since it's a save?
It is, yeah. You're still within range. I think it applies to all saving throws.
Thank God, because I would have failed without it. I got a 14.
There you go. So you're able to maintain that lightning wrangle on this serpent, even though you're not prone. You still have grasp of that lightning bolt around it. That being the case, Air Ember, it's your turn with this beast on deck.
I think it's just a combination of every time she's just trying to snap and send this toll dead at it. But I am poisoned. Do I make that at the beginning or end of my turn?
It would be at the beginning of your turn. You can start trying to save. And you're also... Well, how up in the air are you?
However, where its head's at is kind of where she's been staying. Okay,
so you've
one
come
step
down a little bit from where you were?
Yes, if it has gone down, she would have followed.
Okay, I think that would put you within Dasha's range.
Okay. 10 feet?
Yeah, because
Okay.
Dasha's kind of tall, right?
Alrighty.
He's a healthy 5'4".
Nice.
Yeah, but with boots on.
The aura.
So if I get a +5, I got a 17. If I didn't, I would have gotten a 12.
You got the +5, and you passed. You're no longer poisoned.
Perfect. Yeah, so I think almost like this is a different version of her that you all haven't really seen before. Like she has been trained for this. She just keeps sending Toll the Dead at this dragon for a Constitution save of a 16.
Oh, is it con?
Or sorry, Toll the Dead is wisdom. Word of
Okay,
Radiance
I
is
did
con.
wisdom last time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry.
It rolled a 5.
Okay. Then that's going to be 2 d12s. If I can find my d12s. That is 10 necrotic and 3 radiant
For 13 total.
for 13 total.
Okay. So I guess similar to last time, you blast into this thing with this large temple bell, but then this burning sunlight that follows it.
Yeah. And that'll be her turn.
Okay. It is the beast's turn. It is right here in front of Dasha. It's going to try to bite you. It does succeed with a 23 to hit.
Ah.
Oh, and that's going to be 14 points of piercing damage.
This is really getting on my nerves. Right.
And Malin, because you're wrangling it, it's going to swing its stinger over at you.
I mean, he doesn't really have to if he doesn't want to.
That is fair. I don't know if it had considered that, but it has already decided. So it's going to... I don't know if it hits, though. 15?
That does not.
Okay, 15 just barely misses. It does not find itself. You avoid this big stinger flying at you. And it's going to stay where it is, sort of hovering again near this wall relief that it knows is sort of a vulnerable area. And Emilia, it is your turn. Malin on deck.
Completely forgot last time, but I will use half of my speed to stand up from prone.
For it.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb. $15?
15 just misses.
Darn.
Literally just misses.
Okay.
What level spell was that?
It was 2.
Okay. So I will say, what element did you cast this orb attempt to hit with?
What are my options? Was this necrotic? No, sorry. Fire. Why not?
So as this fire orb comes at it, it's got this lightning bolt raining around. It's being hit from different directions, but it's able to sort of raise a bit, avoid this orb just narrowly. But if you would, though, because you cast a leveled spell, roll your wild sorcery d20.
Oh yeah. Okay. 6.
Okay, it's a 6.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you are. I think it's only a 1 that triggers it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, anything else you want to do with your turn? Any bonus actions or movement?
Should probably save that for later. So I'm going to stay where I am. I think that'll be it.
Okay, sounds good. Malin, you are up, and Dasha, top of the order, on deck.
Sweet. So with the concentration of Witch Bolt, I can, without having to roll again, I can reactivate the damage. Just a 1d12, though, for the damage.
Right.
Which is a 5. So 5 lightning damage.
Okay, 5 additional points zap into this thing.
And then we're going to lift up our right hand again, and we're just going to, like, give ourselves a little pep talk. Like, our left hand is occupied, so it's got to be right hand this time, and we're going to try and shoot it with an Eldritch Blast. I have a 21 and a 16 to hit.
21 hits, 16 meets it, beats it, also hits.
Sweet. For a total... that was 2 1s on both d10s. For 12 force damage.
Okay, 12 is not bad. 12 is not bad.
Plus 5 saved us, but 2 1s, man, that sucks.
So as 2 more of these force bolts blast into it, it's looking a little rough around the edges. As corrupted as it looked when you first entered this chamber, this thing has had better days than this one right now.
And that'll be it. We'll stay put.
Okay, good deal. Dasha, it is your turn. Ember on deck.
Okay, one more time. Going to hit it. Okay, 19 on the die.
That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, 10 points of damage.
10 heard. As you slice into this thing.
Okay, one more slice. Ooh, 14.
14 just narrowly misses.
Ah, shit. Okay. Poke it with my other side. Ooh, 19 again.
There you go. Roll damage.
Okay, and that's a D4. 1 point of poke.
Every point matters
Yep,
as this poke hits it.
that's my turn.
Okay, any movement, bonus actions? Well, bonus actions is the pommel strike, right?
Yeah, I'm going to stay right here in its face. I hate it.
Okay. At this point, it's in a tough position trying to hit multiple ones of you, so it's going to bring another wave out of the water. This time from where it's standing, out from under it, as it crosses the top part of the map here. Ember, you're still up in the air. I will say, yeah, Dasha and Emilia, if you would, make me a strength saving throw.
$18.
Dirty 20.
Okay, both incredibly strong rolls. You're getting used to these waves by now. They both crash into you, but they have no effect on you. No damage. You keep your footing. Ember, it's your turn with the serpent up next.
Okay. I think Ember is going to fly over here. Wherever I can to get above its head, and she is just snapping down at it to cast Hold the Dead again.
Okay, you can get above its head. I would say that's going to put you definitely outside of the range of Dasha's aura, because this thing's pretty tall itself, so if you're above it again, you can do that. You can cast it on it, but you'll be pretty far outside of the range.
Okay.
Okay, and that is a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save.
Wisdom save. It rolls only a 9, but it's going to choose to succeed instead. What happens on a failed save?
Okay, Toll the Dead. I don't know if you take anything if you pass Toll the Dead. No, you don't take anything
I think
if you
from
pass.
Freebreak you don't, because it's a cantrip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think you hear this guttural, angry yell come from Ember as that bell does nothing, and that'll be our turn.
This beast here. Ember, how far above it did you fly?
She's right above its head.
Okay. It's going to snap out at you with its mouth and try to bite you, because it does have a range of 10 feet. Doesn't hit, though. Not with a 7, I don't believe. Okay, and that stinger swings around. And yeah, we're in range. Emilia, it's coming at you. For a 15 to hit.
I am holding my rapier, so I'm going to do parry to add 3 to my AC, so that misses.
Okay,
That's my
very
reaction.
cool. Yeah, so how does it look like as this large stinger comes at you, and you, because I believe this is your first time using this maneuver.
I just got this maneuver, actually. She will see it coming and look terrified for a second, and then the kind of training kicks in, and she just takes the rapier and kind of parry dodges out of the way.
Very cool. I love Battle Master stuff. So you're able to knock this large tail out of the way very deftly, like you've done it a million times before. That being the case, it is actually now your turn with Malin up on deck.
We're gonna cast Magic Missile at first level.
Okay.
Not you. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. 9 force damage.
9 force damage. Okay. As attacks continue to rain down on it, it is looking worse and worse. You can tell you're really getting to it at this point.
Cool. I'm going to action surge.
Hey, here we go.
And oh wait, I need to roll
Oh yeah, first level spell. Let's see what we get.
13.
Okay, you're good. Nothing wild today.
Not today. Okay. And then I'm going to cast Firebolt. See how that goes.
Okay, that is a roll to hit, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a 14, so never mind.
14, unfortunately not.
That's all.
Okay. Malin, you are up. Dasha on deck.
We still have that. I forgot to mention it last time, but we were prone, and we'll, I guess now, use half our movement to stand up.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Forgot to mention that last time. But our Witch Bolt damage is 8 lightning.
8 lightning, okay.
And I think we're doing the same thing we did with the Witch Bolt and then the 2 Eldritch Blasts. Man, a 10 and a 12.
Unfortunately, both of those go wide. As, maybe it's the waves getting to you. Something's up.
Okay, come on, man, come on. And if we're gonna swap our Witch Bolt over to a right hand, so our left hand is free now. And we'll stay put.
Okay, good deal. Top of the order, Dasha, you're up. Ember, you're on deck. And this thing is bearing down on you. You hear another one of these, screams like shattering glass, but it's like it's right beside your ear, like it's not coming from the mouth of this thing.
Okay. I think Dasha will probably just scream back and use that as a prayer of healing. So, yeah. So everyone gets some healing. Everyone gets 10 points.
And what does this magic look like as it heals everyone?
It's again some of the sunset type glow. And it's a little bit forceful, kind of like when you get a shot. She's like screaming at this thing, so it's like you get like a boof of adrenaline.
Okay, like a stem, like injected right into you.
Yeah.
The EpiPen of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. We'll do Dasha, which is the one that cast it. Would you roll me a perception check for me?
Hi. 7.
7. You're in the heat of the battle. You send this healing out. You assume it goes off. Yeah, so you're in the heat of the battle. You send this healing off.
Do I get healing?
You get healing as well, yeah. You don't see how it affects the others around you. Again, you're sort of eyes locked with this thing. That was what the perception check was for, to see how it may affect the others around you.
Okay.
But as far as you know, the spell went off and did what it was intended to everyone.
Very in character. Okay.
Trees, go ahead.
Don't know if she would hear it, but the others would probably hear Emilia cry out just a smidge. Golly, goodbye.
So with that cry, I'd say maybe it's drowned out by Dasha's own scream, but the others may hear that. Something seems a little bit off with that. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Dasha?
Nope, I'm good.
Ember, you're up with this beast on deck.
Okay. I think she's so concentrated in just bashing this thing's head in that I don't know if she'd pick up on that either, as she will snap and cast Toll of the Dead on this dragon again.
Okay.
Why'd you look at me like that?
It rolled a 12, but it is going to choose to pass.
Okay. So it takes nothing. And again, this guttural yell. I will kill you. And with that, that is her turn.
Okay. As you scream at this thing, as this told, it seems to have sort of caught on to your methods at this point. And with that, it will turn to you. It doesn't feel the damage from it, but it knows you're going for it. And it's going to take both attacks at you, the bite and the stinger. 24 to hit with the bite. That is 13 points of piercing. 25 to hit with the stinger. And that's another 12 points of piercing. And if you would, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
19.
Okay, so you do get hit with the stinger, but the poison effect does not take hold. And it's going to stay where it is at this point. And Emilia, you're up.
We're gonna try Firebolt again?
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Surely third time's a charm.
Surely.
Third time is not a charm. It's a 12.
Oh, unfortunately, no. Maybe the fourth time, but the third time does miss.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I got.
Bonus actions, movement, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Malin, you're up, but you're going to see another familiar wave start crashing again. And these things are starting to sort of pick up in frequency. And the waters around it are starting to look a bit more wild, a bit more... You don't really seem to see a source of the waves, but they start to become almost like wave pools as you see the waters get more rapid and ferocious, maybe is a good word for it. If Malin and Dasha, if you would please roll me a strength saving throw against these waves crashing into you.
Uh, 19.
16.
Okay, you both passed it. Both they crash into you. No damage is dealt. You keep your footing. That wave came from behind you. Now you see another wave come from in front, a little bit off put, and this one's going to crash into Dasha and Emilia. Dasha, if you'd roll me another strength save, and Emilia join her this time.
22.
Okay. Unfortunately, again, because the ferocity of these waves is picking up a bit, Dasha, you're able to keep your footing. Emilia, you are hit and you are not prone. And you do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you're knocked into the stone ground. Now I believe it's your turn, Malin, with Dasha on deck at the top of the order.
Sweet. That's the wrong one. Where is it? There you are. Our witch bolt damage, 1 lightning damage.
Hey, easy there.
I know, we gotta calm down. With our damage rolls, I should have budgeted my damage earlier. We should have figured something out. We're gonna do the same thing and try and Eldritch Blast it to... No. We're gonna, but it's not gonna hit.
What did you roll, just in case?
2 12s.
Okay, yeah. Either one of those hit, unfortunately.
And we're gonna look at our left hand like, come on, this one too? Not the time, not now. That's it.
Okay. Top of the order. Dasha, you're up. Ember on deck.
Okay. I'm going to hit it.
I believe.
Okay. No. 11.
Oh no, unfortunately, no. Doesn't
One
land.
more time. It's worse at 10.
Oh no, unfortunately, this is the battle. Maybe the fatigue of battle is starting to catch up as it drags on.
Okay. I have nothing else. I guess I'll try to hit it with the pole. All right. That
Go
one
for
hits
it.
a natural 20.
Natural 20. There we go on the pull
Yeah.
strike.
Yup. 1d4. That's a 1 on the dice, so 2.
So we get. So it's a D4, just flat roll, right?
Uh-huh.
So you'll get 5 total. So a full D4 plus the 1 you rolled.
Yes.
Very nice. Again, this thing continues to show signs of damage and wear, but it's not quite there yet. It's still hanging on. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Ember, you're up, but at this point, another wave is going to crash from behind Dasha and Malin into them. If you would both make another strength save for me.
30-20.
I know my issue. I was using the bad die, so we'll use a better one
Okay.
for 15.
Yeah, you're both fine. You're used to these waves at this point. But what looks different this time is after that wave crashes, Ember, underneath you, a water spout shoots up from out of these waves. If you would also make me a strength saving throw.
2.
Okay. This water spout hits you with full force as this sort of spinning vortex of water blasts out of the waves beneath you. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you fall out of the sky and start plummeting towards the water. Because this would be the equivalent of prone when you're flying. Any reactions or response?
I do not have any reactions.
Okay. It is your turn now, though.
Okay. Well, I guess however I fall, do I fall into that water?
Let's say you're about 20 feet. I think. What is it? What is your movement speed while flying?
30 feet.
30 feet. Let's do this. If you would roll me a dex saving throw, I'm going to say this is your ability to catch yourself mid-flight before you are submerged.
7.
You hit the waves hard.
Okay.
You're in the water.
I'm assuming something bad's coming, and I'm just waiting.
Not at this point. It's your
Not
turn.
at this point. Okay. Well, I think being plummeted into water, she is going to shoot back up from it. Would that take 15 feet of movement, technically, for prone?
Yeah, we'll call it. It's equivalent of getting out of the waves. Half your movement.
And with that, she will cast Beacon of Hope. And she's going to choose everybody. All of you and her now have advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and you regain the maximum number of hit points possible when healing. And then she is going to use her bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word at 4th level. And because everybody takes max, that is going to be 23 points
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Hey, and we'll do it in the same vein. You are a little bit shook from falling in the water and flying up. If you would roll me a perception check.
19.
Okay. You have healed people before. You provided triage to people. You see it take hold, as you would expect, in two of your companions. Emilia, what would you see for you?
Considering that was a lot, she might see Emilia sort of like grimace, grit her teeth, and like fall to a knee for a second.
So Ember, you do see this in the heat of battle. You see almost the opposite of what you would expect to see from healing someone in Emilia's reaction to that spell.
Do I know of any reason that would happen?
Let's roll an Arcana check for me, if you would.
13 plus 14 for a 27.
That's really high. Man, some of those, man, whoa, okay. So you're very knowledgeable in the arcane. I would say you know the nature of healing magic. You know it essentially heals, as far as you know, living life forms. You may have not seen something like this before, but you can ascertain that there's something different, something non-living.
With that and being a cleric, Ember can turn undead, so I would assume she'd know what something undead is. With how that's been worded, is Emilia undead?
Let Emilia respond.
Not technically. Like mechanically, yes, but not technically. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the best way to put it.
Okay.
It would not be like any undead you had encountered before in using your clerical magic.
I think that pointed rage that has been at that dragon is overtaken by mass confusion. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. As that confusion washes over you, this thing's going to swing out at you, Emilia, with its bite attack. I don't believe actually it may, a 13.
I will parry that. So no.
Okay, yeah, if you parry that, I think it adds to your AC, like you said, like you did before. So no, it will miss, and then it's going to swing out its stinger at Malin. That definitely does not hit with a 6. Emilia, you're up. Malin, you're on deck. As this thing is looking pretty ragged. It's sort of lashing out in desperation at this point.
I will use half my movement to get up from being prone. Or I guess RP wise, she will push herself back up on her knee. And I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. Again.
Go for it.
Cast it. Okay. So, that is 11 force damage.
Okay, 11 force damage.
And
Roll
a 12 of wild magic.
12. Okay, so no effect. Any bonus actions, any movement?
think that is it.
And Malin, you're up. Dasha, top of the order on deck after that.
Witch bolt damage is 1 again.
Okay. Hey, at least you're consistent.
Yeah. And we will take a deep breath and refocus, and with the left hand, Eldritch Blast. Please. I was rolling damage already. Whoops. So 1 is a 1. The other is a 23.
Okay. So again, the duality of D&D. We'll go with the 1 first. If you would, please roll me a d6.
1.
A 1. Would you please roll to hit again?
This is not a joke. It's a 20. I rolled the bad dice again because I wanted a low roll.
Oh, okay. I need to check something real quick, if I may. Let me see.
I made the mistake of pulling out my bunny wizard dice again, and this is... Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.
I mean, look, the dice tell the story, right? Dasha, a natural 20 does hit. And
Okay.
Malin, as you go to sling off this force bolt from your hand, it goes wide. It goes so wide, it crashes into this paladin beside you. And how much damage do you deal?
How much damage do I deal? 25?
Oof. Hey, why'd you hit me?
It's left hand. It's not working with me.
So
Sorry.
use your right hand, man. That hurt.
Okay. Well, witch bolt over to your left hand, and our right hand is the one that hits on that other one.
Okay, so Dasha, as you take a little bit of friendly fire there, Malin, that other one lands on this beast. And what is the damage for that one?
12 force.
12 points. And you know what? This is really funny. How do you want to do this against this serpent?
Just with our right hand, we reach out and it's like, come on, hit. And we just... I think that little spinning, like, prismatic magic that was going around it, we shoot our Eldritch Blast at that, and then it explodes, and just kind of blowing up right in the air, right in the dragon serpent's face. Yeah.
Yeah, so as this hits, as there's this big explosion of prismatic light as the second one lands, this big lumbering beast that's been sort of hovering in front of all of you suddenly goes stone still, staying in midair. It's not moving. There is a deafening silence around all of you. You don't even hear the waves moving at this point. And ever so slowly, this beast, the form of it, starts to dissipate, as in like millions of tiny little particles just dissipating into the air around it. There's no corpse, there's no viscera. It's like it fades back into the ether and dissolves into the air around it.
We're going up to Dasha. Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was just like, I don't have an excuse. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh, that was a heck of a punch. Jeez, kid, where'd you learn to fight? Hit the target, but that's a good amount of oomph. I like it. And
I just wanted to hit him, not you. Sorry.
yeah, you get it. Okay. I'm going to cast Healing Hands on myself.
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna give myself 5. I'll give myself 20.
Okay. And we are out of initiative order at this point.
Everyone okay? Why did Kip? There's so much. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Kip is gone. Can Kip come back? I've definitely seen magic animals before, and also you can fly.
Yeah. Is that like a part of your like your turn into a leaf sort of thing, or like is that just something different?
Ember will come back to the platform and the wings will ruffle and then bamf away. That is something that is different. And she looks uncomfortable talking about it as she makes her way to this star speck dust pile that Kip has turned into. And she will start ritualistically casting Find Familiar. And even though Ember knows he's a familiar, still the idea that Kip got hurt, Kip just died, I think you see her crying as she is trying to cast this ritualistically, because I don't have any spell slots.
That's okay. So it'll take some time as you huddle over this. It's like a temporary grave almost.
But Kip can come back. Kip can come back.
Oh, that's good. And a little more under his breath, but the wings are cool.
She looks like she wants to say thank you, and then like there is a really big conflicted look on her face. Like she has never heard that. And that is like a compliment she has never gotten. Like something positive about the wings that come from her.
I don't know. Are we able to put the sad rock in the thing now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as you turn around after this combat, you notice that this sort of barrier, this filmy, grimy barrier that was covering it, appears to be gone now. The relief in the wall is there in front of you. And if you would, whoever's looking at it, if you want to roll me an investigation check.
$18?
18? Anyone else looking? Or...
Amelia's just happy to be here.
Okay. Malin, I would say you're familiar enough with the sad rock, as you all call it. This thing appears to be a relief shape of that. If you wanted to it appears to be made to hold it, almost like some sort of slot that was carved specifically for it.
It looks good. I think he'll reach out to Emilia to like take it, but then he'll like pull his hand back.
Oh.
I don't know. Whoever wants to do it, it's there. It seems ready.
Can I will go to like reach in my bag or whatever I put it in, but then I'll kind of take my hand out and sort of like move the bag so I'm not touching the rock, and then try to insert it. I'm like, I forgot. Sorry.
If you would, roll me a sleight of hand check, because this is a little bit of a non-dexterous way to do this.
Sleight of hand. 13.
Yeah, I would say you're able to place it in the opening. And what this looks like is, as you sort of peel the bag down around it and prepare it, you see the closer you get to this inlay with this stone, both the inlay and the stone itself start to glow this familiar teal blue light that you had seen before. And as you slot it into this, it fits perfectly. And for a beat, nothing happens. But after a moment, there is a deep groaning rumble, like all of the earth around you is shaking. And you see the waves start to undulate a bit as well. And the putrid water that was trickling from this wall around this inlay here turns from a slimy gray-green color that you had been familiar with. It starts to turn into this crystal clear blue, like the cleanest water you've ever seen, as it starts to trickle down the wall around this opening. And elsewhere on that same wall, these portholes that had waterfalls flowing out of them, the water quickly changes from this slimy green color to this clear crystal blue. And it starts to fill these pools around you as this effect sort of washes over everything in the chamber you're in. All of the water in these pools turns from this green, sickly color into what looks like the purest, cleanest water you've ever seen. And it only takes a few moments, maybe a minute or so, for this to happen before the entire pool area around you is this crystal clear, to the point where you can see to the bottom. It's like the cleanest beach you've ever seen, with the sort of sparkling of the underground stone or the underwater stone as light dances off the water. And after a moment, the rumbling stops and it's quiet. Everything around you is quiet. The water is incredibly calm. And the light of the stone in the opening fades, and it sits there, waiting.
Did I break it?
Asking the GM, the stone appears to be intact.
I think she's asking the party of like, I don't think the sad rock works anymore. I think I broke it.
Seems like it worked, though.
Yeah, it looks so much better now. It's not the mucky, gross water. Actually, I kind of want to take a bath. Kind of makes me feel a little extra dirty because it looks so clean.
Can I poke the sad rock?
Yeah, you can poke it. How do you poke it?
She just kind of like tentatively like puts her finger out and like leans back and then like boop.
Okay. So as you approach it, and it's again sitting dormant, is a good way to put it, in this inlay here. And you go out to poke it, and as your finger pad makes contact with it, would you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
God darn. Okay.
You technically still have advantage if it's been less than a minute.
Advantage.
And Dasha may be close too.
Yep.
Oh, he did.
+5.
22.
22. Okay. The moment your finger makes contact with this stone, you are suddenly not in that chamber anymore. You see a cemetery. It seems to be maybe late in the afternoon, but it's hard to tell. It's very overcast. The skies are very gray. Sort of those long, quiet days you went experience in the winter where it's hard to tell what time it is. There's no rain, but there's definitely no sun. The land around you is barren. It's lifeless. It's like charred black. And dead trees wither amongst the graves around you. You see headstones and mausoleums terribly worn and crumbling. And it is deafeningly silent here. Far away, off in the distance, almost at the edge of your sight, you do see what you can barely make out to be a large neo-Gothic mansion. And it is very familiar to you. As you sit here in this silence, suddenly there is a tremor and a shockwave shoots across the barren land right in front of you, like a horizontal lightning strike across the earth as it begins to crack and splinter apart and this giant sinkhole opens up in front of you. And from it starts to emanate this teal blue light, not unlike what you just saw in the chamber. And suddenly, you're back in the chamber with everyone else.
She will kind of like flinch back and take a few steps, and she's going to be like, that is still a sad rock.
Oh, man. So it didn't break.
Are you okay? Was it like unexpected?
Was that like... It was just a vision. It wasn't like a memory, right?
It was a vision. You don't remember that occurring before. You have no memory of that kind of thing happening before.
She will kind of look at y'all and be like, I was home, and then the earth opened up, and then there was blue light from inside. Is that what you guys saw?
No, I saw fire raining from the sky as the like whole world ended for me.
Oh.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah, at this point it's been 10 minutes.
Okay. I think that stardust collects and Kip is made whole as like just glimmer and glitters until the formation of Kip is back. And she will respond, I saw the last memory I have of my family. Yours wasn't a memory?
I do not remember that occurring, no.
That seems new. Ember will pat Kip's head and then gingerly touch the sad rock.
Okay. I will say first, in the order here, as you pat Kip's head, you do hear that familiar voice. Thanks, Mum. Sorry I let you down there. That was rough. Oh, wait. That was funny. Rough. Okay. Sorry.
Before any movement occurs as she pats Kip's head, she will sink to her knees and give Kip like a tight hug around his neck and like just nuzzle him. You did wonderful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you through that again.
That's what I'm here for. Always by your side.
But I am meant to protect you.
We help each other. We have a good thing going.
I'm sorry I failed you.
As you say that, he leans back from this embrace. And rather than respond verbally, he licks you with his big dog tongue from chin to forehead, straight up. And you've felt this before. This is very much like his way of reassuring you.
She just gives him squish face.
Tongue goes from the top of your forehead and lags out of the side of his mouth as he sort of pants into that squish face.
We'll kiss his forehead gently and go to touch the sad rock. Because everybody else has had a memory.
Would you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
$21
In total?
in total.
Okay. As you reach out to touch this rock, as soon as you make contact with it, you're no longer in the chamber anymore.
As that's happening, vocalize what is... Can she vocalize everything she's seeing?
You go to speak. You have no voice. Where you are, and I will say, for the effect, you also look around in this place where you've appeared. You have no body either. You're in a chamber that is packed with desks. All of them are full of different scientific and arcane equipment, crystals, scales, flasks, burners, large tomes open to various pages. And in the center of this room, you see a pedestal from which is emanating a familiar teal blue light, but you can't make out the shape or the nature of the source. It looks similar to what you've seen from the stone, but you don't see that stone there. It's so bright, you can't make out the source of it. However, the light does sort of illuminate this entire chamber, and you see inset into a lot of the walls, stacked in layers up to 3 or 4 high. These barred rooms set into the walls that look like prison cells. The light also illuminates as you turn your vision. You see these large cylindrical glass chambers that are holding humanoid figures that seem to be suspended in some sort of viscous liquid or gel. And then suddenly, you're back in the chamber. And if you would, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
15 plus 8. 8, 23.
What you saw was not a memory, similar to how Emilia described her experience, but it was familiar. Would you roll me a d6?
A 1.
You feel a crushing sense of grief come over you as this painful memory takes hold in your mind, and you collapse. You're incapacitated for the time being.
So incapacitated means I can't speak either. So I think it's just racked sobs and spasms and can't quite catch my breath as she hits the floor, still probably hands still touching that rock.
Going to take your hand off the rock.
You may do so. Ember is in no position to stop you now.
She's not okay.
Oh, Ember, it's not real. It's not real. You have to feel the dirty water under your fingers. Smell the cleanish water that's coming about. What else? And she'll look to the two of you.
The fur of Kip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll usher Kip over there.
Liquor or bark or something. Go now.
Fix.
Yeah, feel the roughness of his mane, and also, Kip, can you speak? Give a little bark or something. Bring her back.
Kip will give a bark as he rushes over to Ember and starts to nuzzle at her face with his nose and sort of loll to the side. And it seems like he's trying to wake her or bring her back. And if you would, let's do this. Can we roll a group persuasion check? Ember, you would not need to roll.
Oof.
I got a 20, a dirty 20.
16.
10.
Okay, it's a pretty good high average, and the idea to bring Kip in as well. I would say with the rest of the group sort of trying to ground you in the situation you're in now, and the familiarity and the peace you feel from being near Kip, you are able to come back around and gain control of your senses again. And you are here, sitting or lying on this stone floor in this chamber, underneath the inlay on the wall where the stone still sits dormant.
Don't send us back. Don't send us back. Don't. Excuse me. Touching. New. I've never seen that either.
Oh. And it hurt you that much? I mean, there's so many tears.
I know the place I saw, but I've never seen it in that capacity. I don't. There are humans. There are creatures in glass containers. There are prison cells. It's a research lab, and someone's doing experiments again.
Again? Like, where?
Do I have any inkling where?
You're familiar with the interior. You've seen it. You've been there. You've lived it. As far as placing it somewhere within Seraphim or elsewhere in the world, you never knew, and you still don't.
I don't know a location. I just know what it looks like on the inside.
Oh.
But
I don't really know what to say. It just sounds like your heart hurts for it. I'm sorry. You had to see that.
I'm sorry that it's being extra cruel and not even giving you memories, just bad visions.
That or rock.
But you mentioned seeing teal light too, correct?
From the earth.
And did you know where that location was?
It was back home. The earth opened and there was teal light from inside.
Home, okay. I saw teal light in the lab too. Valia mentioned that it's possible that there are multiple of these. What if it's showing us where these things are? What if you two, and I don't want you to have to witness that if you don't want to, but what if it's showing everybody something different?
Places of other rocks, you mean? Of other sad, depressed, bad rocks?
Yes, and if there's a sad rock in that laboratory, that does not bode well for anything.
I do not think there is a sad rock back home, because my mission was to bring a sad rock home. Unless they got one without me.
She will look between Dasha and Malin. What do you two see?
Well, I haven't touched it yet. I don't know if I really want to, but if it would be beneficial, I can.
It's okay if you cry. If you want to touch it, I'm just saying if your curiosity is like being weighed by some sort of fear of emotion, this is a judgment-free zone. We just don't want you to die.
Wait, me? No, I won't cry. Me? No.
I will
Okay.
pull out parchment. And I'll have a tally mark of everyone who's touched it and felt sad. And I'll just sit there and look at you.
Dasha, what did you see again?
Fire raining from the sky onto a place I felt like I poured my heart and soul into.
Oh, yeah. That would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I might cry, but I'm not going to pass out. I hope.
No, you'll be great.
Guidance.
We'll poke it, I suppose.
Okay, I hate to be that guy. I don't think guidance works on saving throws, does it?
No, but I'm standing there, so it's basically the same thing.
There you go. Malin, as you reach out and you make contact with the stone, would you please roll me wisdom saving throw?
Where's my wisdom? There it is. Then plus Dasha's 5 is a 20.
Okay. As you reach out and your hand makes contact with the stone, similarly to how the others have described, you're no longer in that chamber. You're suddenly in a different area. You're in a very impossibly dark room. You can't even see walls around you. But what you do see in front of you is a dark, you would say a figure, but it's more like a shape. And it's facing away from you. And from the other side of it emanates this teal blue light, much like what you've seen from the tier so far. The figure between you and this light that's facing away, it's difficult to discern, not for a lack of vision, but because whoever or whatever this is seems to be taking on many forms at once. Almost like you see multiple conflicting forms in front of you. There's no way this could be real. Beyond the light, arched out around this figure, are various semicircles of pedestals that each have crystal orbs on them. And looking throughout them, it's almost like you see all these different various points of view throughout what appears to be the normal world. You're not really familiar with any of the areas, but it looks like someone sitting in a tavern. It's like you're sitting in a tavern by looking through that orb. Someone sitting out on a lake, fishing. Someone in a fight for another one. And then one in particular catches your eye as you gaze into this one orb. You see an older woman shuffling around a small kitchen doing various chores. And occasionally she keeps looking back at this crystal, almost like she's looking you in the eye. And her mouth is moving like she's speaking to you, but you can't make out any words. And the longer you look, you recognize this woman to be Valia. You see her in her home, and she looks much like she did when you all departed this morning. And in a flash, you're back in the chamber with the others again.
Oh, okay. Not crying. Wasn't super sad.
Oh,
Yeah. I was in a dark room. There's this figure or like a shape, I don't know, that kept changing appearances, and then there was the green light behind it, or teal light, and then past that were were like these like table pedestal things with a ton of like a I don't know, like orbs of the seeing of sight of things, and I saw Valia, I forgot her name, and she was like at like I don't know, she seemed like recent, like I don't know, like at home or I don't know, somewhere comfortable.
Is she in danger? Is she okay?
She looked fine. I mean, it was kind of weird because it's like she kind of like seemed like she knew I was there. Like she was talking to me. I don't know if like I was like seeing her from a corner, if she was talking to someone and I was just seeing through said person's eye. I don't know. But she seemed fine. I don't know. I'm not sad.
And you said that Valia looked like she did this morning?
Yeah, like, I mean, like I haven't seen her much, but like that's what I remember her being. So, yeah. Confusing rock.
We'll have to ask her who spoke to her this morning.
I mean, GM, she did seem like comfortable, right? That it didn't seem like it was a serious situation or anything, right?
Right, no, she seemed like she was going about, again, like doing various household chores in her kitchen, and then occasionally glancing over, almost like she was holding a conversation from that viewpoint.
Yeah, I don't think she was in danger. Not from what I could see.
That's good news.
Yeah.
it's strange though, because that doesn't seem to have anything, well, to do with you, really. Unless you know Valia.
Not that I remember. I mean, I'm not great with faces, but I didn't remember. I didn't recognize her when I did see her the first time. So
Yeah, I don't think that you're lying. But it may be that... Oh, what?
I was just gonna say I didn't think I was lying either. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, good. You know, it's good to know if you are lying. You know, it's good to check your heart sometimes. Did it feel like you needed to go see Valia? Did it feel like it was a message of some sort?
I don't know, GM. Was there any inkling that like there was something needed here, or just being there to see it?
There didn't seem to be an urgency at all. If you would, go ahead and roll me a history check.
14.
Yeah, so it's this kind of a two-part roll. One, you have no memory of ever meeting Valia before. And two, just from this morning, remembering, seeing how she looked today, she's not one of those cartoon characters that wears the same clothes every day. You're pretty certain you're seeing something very recent, if not current.
Yeah, nothing about it felt urgent. It's just kind of like I was there.
You mentioned that there's this thing that keeps changing shapes?
Yeah, that was the freaky part. It was like it looked like one person, and then it looked like another thing, and then none of it familiar, and then the teal light was behind that.
So this being was looking into... You said orbs?
Yeah. I mean, it was just seeing other people at, like, just in their daily lives. Someone was fishing. I hope they have luck, but that was, yeah.
How can someone see so many people's viewpoints? Or something, or being, or...
I don't know. Magic exists for a lot of different things, but like, why though? I mean, what's so exciting about someone fishing and someone in their kitchen doing chores or whatever?
I don't know. It makes me want to go back though. It looks like the water's clearing up. Kind of want to check in, see if Alia's actually okay. Strange that you would see her, because it was just unexpected.
Yeah.
What do we do about the sad rock? I don't think we can take it back.
I think we're seeing locations. All of us have seen the same teal.
So
Yeah.
we go there?
What do you see, Dasha?
I'm okay. Oh. Alright, I can touch it too, but then maybe we should go. Like I said, I'm worried about Valia now. In more ways than one. Okay, Sad Rock, what do you have for me? Put a finger on it.
As you put the finger on the rock, would you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
It's a natural 1.
Oh no. Well, as you
Just
go
one
to
little
touch this
finger.
ring, it's just one little finger. That's all it takes sometimes. As you place a finger on the stone, you're no longer in the chamber with everyone else. You're in a dark chamber. You can barely make out the walls around you. It appears to be some sort of stone. It's underground, or at least away from all light, except for a teal glowing blue light that appears to be in the middle of this chamber. But between you and it, you cannot make out the light source because you see the silhouette of a humanoid figure. And you can make out, from what you can tell, you know how a silhouette is, you sort of lose color and perspective. You just see this flat mass of darkness. But you can make out a mop of shaggy hair on whoever this individual is. And around the edges of the silhouette, because the light is so bright, you can just start to see the deep crimson of the robe they're wearing.
That familiar?
Would you please roll me a history check?
And okay. 15.
15. Let's see here. What fun will we have today? Okay. You've seen this person before. You remember this mop of shaggy hair. You remember being very close to this person, like a trusted confidant. The crimson is new, though. You take 7 points of psychic damage as the memory comes rushing back to you. This was one of your most trusted allies that you haven't seen in a very long time.
Such a headache.
And you're back in the chamber with everyone else.
All right, I didn't see Valia. I saw someone else. Oh, and their name escapes me. It's from so long ago. Everything's so blurry. But it was teal light. I saw the teal light too, so. Oof.
Did you forget to close one eye?
I actually did. It was very bright. Yeah.
I will give you a tap on the back and give you 5-6 points back.
Oh, thank you, Ember.
So everybody saw teal then.
Yeah, but mine was from the past. And, well, doesn't seem like everyone else's was.
Maybe it's still a location.
That's probably what it is. It was just a chamber, like stone, party, like the way they used to do it, you know? Just so much stone.
You mentioned, though, that you know the person, but it's been so long. What if they're still around?
I'm not going to count it out, but I feel like it would be very weird if they were. People age, they die, fire rains down on things. Could be a relative.
Not everyone dies.
Like how long ago?
Oh. It is well before most people think to remember. Well recorded in history, I'm sure, but quite a while.
Like north of 100 years ago?
That's a good start.
And it was a memory of yours?
Oh. I don't talk about it often, but yes, in here, I am old, like an oak. One that has several rings. But my body is like a sapling.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to I don't want to call you old because that can be mean. You look great.
All old people look great. If you make it to age where your forehead is lined and you can see every stretch of a smile on your face, that is a thing of beauty. Don't forget it. Now I am young and supple. Starting over.
Okay, sorry. I just made fun of my dad in the past for it, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay. But so there's a time range of 100+ years on these visions to then present day?
Very astute. I think that's what's going on, yes. Or it's all present day and there's just a lot of things we don't know. A lot of things.
So you remember your past lives?
No. I remember bits and pieces for about the last week.
Oh, same.
Some things are hazy, some things hurt, like stepping on a thorn or running into a wall. And I think it's just the one time. The one life.
Go ahead, Ember.
Did we just hear Emilia say, "Oh, same"?
Did I just hear you agree?
I mean, she remembers the past week. Does everyone not remember their past week?
Maybe insight check? To see
You may
how,
insight anyone at any time. Go for it.
yeah, see
I
how
would like
familiar
to
this.
too.
I'm glad you caught that because trees cut out for me, so I didn't even hear what she said.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. And trees, as we do, if you want to roll a persuasion or deception, your choice. You don't have to tell us, just the number.
Okie dokie.
I rolled a 13.
8.
15.
I got a natural 20 for 22. I rolled a good nat 20, guys.
Let's go.
I would say, Malin, you do pick up on whatever it is you would like to convey, trees. You may do it here at the table, or you may message it privately if you want to. Depends on how secretive you want to play it. But Malin's the only one who wouldn't pick up on something.
So I tell him the lie.
I would say essentially, yeah, what is he... Is there a lie?
Mm.
Can he tell that she is being deceptive, maybe misleading in some way? Trying to distract away from something she may have slipped out.
I think she more like said it as she turns, like her head, and you can kind of see her like maybe tense up a little. She's kind of like messing with her fingers, like her eyes are sort of darting back and forth, like she's kind of thinking really hard about something, debating within her mind about something.
So remember, in Dasha, you believe the distraction that Emilia gives, but Malin, you see through it. You see these signs of unease.
I did not expect Malin to be insightful. I didn't build him to be. So I think he'll like kind of like squint at Emilia, just like, did I just catch that? And then put the hand over the eye and just let it go. There's something. Right, Emilia? There's like I don't know what.
She will like look up at you and then look back down and then continue fidgeting with her fingers and be like, we are a team, but we are also friends, right?
Yeah, and I see myself as like a father figure in this group, so you can add that in there too.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, friends are supposed to lie to each other. And with everything that this cave and other stuff, I haven't been entirely truthful with you all. And she kind of like puts her hands behind her back, still fidgeting with them, and she's looking down, and then she looks up and she goes, I'm not a real person. Or, well, I guess I should say this body is real, but I am not its original occupant. And she will lift the very soggy, wet brown hair to reveal a white stripe right behind her ear in her hair. And she will just look at y'all.
So are you Emilia, or is that, pointing to the white stripe, Emilia?
My name is Emilia.
Did you take the body from someone else, or was it just like available?
Well, I didn't, but Father's experiments are... He was trying to put souls in bodies to create a perfect person. And he created me. And yeah.
I'm a confused rock.
What makes you not real, though? I'm confused. What makes you not real?
Well, Father's experiments aren't perfect yet. So when he puts souls into bodies, they don't always connect. That's what the white means. Some of my siblings have more white than others, and they are a lot less easy to communicate with. There's a lot of disconnect between body and soul, and it creates problems like the fits, or why my magic does weird stuff, or why everyone's speech looks like script above their heads. Accents are very hard to read. And she looks at Dasha when she says that.
Is that why healing magic does not work on you?
She kind of tucks her head and she's like, yes, I am not alive. I don't have blood in my body. I do not sleep or eat or breathe or any of that.
Outside of that, all you seem really alive.
Oh, I am nearly perfect. Nearly.
Why is he creating? Why is he trying to put souls into bodies?
Well, I don't know. He has never told me. It's not been going well since he created me, which has made him very upset. So I thought that if I brought him the tear, that would help him succeed.
You said he said that you're nearly perfect. What does he do when someone is?
I do not know. I'm the most connected of all of my siblings, but he has not been able to create any sort of success since me.
Does that kind of research seem in any way, fashion, or whatever similar?
Roll a history check for me.
Oh, no. That is a, what's my history? H, there we go. That is only a 10.
It doesn't. There's no solid connection you're drawing from your experience and the type of experiments Emilia's talking about.
How many others are there, and where are they?
Oh, they're back home. I have lots of siblings. Most of them are, well, they don't really have names. Father just kind of uses them as grunt work. But there's about 7 of us that have names. They're very fun to talk to.
But there's more than the 7 that don't have names?
Mhm.
Oh.
Their awakenings did not go well, so they are really simple-minded, really good for a task or 2 at a time.
Is he making an army?
I do not think so. He just, in the notes that I saw, it just mentioned the tier and it said a god needs angels.
Oof, you say all of this and it sounds so happy coming from you.
I think he will succeed. He has done very well. It's just, it hasn't been going well for a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ember.
With hearing a god needs angels, this is the second time Ember's heard that. In past history or with her background, has that phrase ever come up?
Roll a history check for me.
This thing does not like me. That is a 8 plus 4 for a 12.
You haven't heard the phrase. You haven't heard anything phrased that way. I would say with a 12, I mean, you're familiar with the religious nature of structured religion and the worshiping of gods. So you're familiar with the concepts of gods and angels, but being worded that way, hearing someone say it that way, no, it's not something you've heard before.
Thank you for telling us the truth.
I'm sorry I kept it from you. Father doesn't like us to talk about his work, and I didn't want to disappoint him.
Oof. Your lack of pride hurts my sense of pride. I hope one day you're able to do something for yourself, Emilia.
Oh, I will. When I bring him the tier, he will be so excited. He will succeed. And then he will see that I'm capable, even though I'm imperfect.
Oh, aren't we all?
No one's perfect. That's the beauty of life, isn't it?
But I am not alive.
You're here. You have feelings. What constitutes something living?
Usually a heartbeat.
Not
That's what
necessarily.
Father says.
Oh.
Oh, there's so much. Do you all think we should head back, dry off a little?
Yes. Do you not consider a flower alive? Just out of curiosity.
I've never really thought about it.
Do they have a heartbeat?
They are themselves.
Do they have a heartbeat?
No.
The trees that grow so elegantly, that spread its canopy over you, protect you. Do they have a heartbeat?
She will pull her hands and sort of like cup them in front of her and bow her head. And she's like, no.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Then why aren't you?
I don't even know what I am.
How about let's start with a living being and go from there?
If that's what you want.
It's what you want, whatever you want. My wants, my desires have nothing to do with this.
If it would help Father to succeed, to think that.
Maybe we should work on finding your desire first. And Ember will start walking out.
Yeah. While that conversation kind of wraps up and we begin walking, Dasha will just lean over to Mel. This is why beginnings matter so much. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope that, like, she knows, I mean, if she thinks she's a thing or whatever. I mean, we've only known her as Emilia, and I think she's still that, regardless.
Good head on those shoulders. You're in your beginning too. So much to consider.
Seems like we all are, in a sense. I mean, your beginning was a while. We're all in a beginning together.
I'm in the return. There's a difference.
A second beginning.
Poetic. One eye. Keep walking.
Right. Yeah.
If you would, as you all turn to leave this chamber, would you all, your choice, either roll me an Arcana check or an Insight check?
I got an 8. If it matters what I rolled for, it was Arcana. I don't know if that matters.
8 Arcana.
Insight.
What was the roll? Sorry.
19.
19 Insight. Okay.
22 Arcana.
22 Arcana. Emilia?
Just happy to be here.
In this case, roll it for me.
Okay.
This is a special circumstance.
You said Insight or Arcana?
Yes, either one, your choice.
16 for Insight.
Okay, I would say the three of you, minus Malin, you're happy to be here, or a bit distracted by the situation. The other three, the tier sits here dormant, but you can feel that it's not empty. It's not done. There's still great power within it. And it doesn't feel right to leave it here.
I'll swipe it on the way out. I got the bag for it and everything.
As you go to swipe it, you're able to remove it from the inlay and stash it however you want to. There is no effect at this time.
Yeah. I'll just call up to the group. I had a feeling to take the rock. It's gonna be fine.
Can I keep an eye out to make sure the water doesn't change?
Yeah, and I would say at this point you all can see the pools very clearly, and you're able to make your way out through the chamber, out through the rest of the temple. The doors yield to you. Everything is wide open now. It doesn't feel as ominous. It doesn't feel as protected as before. It feels healed in a way. And as you continue out, you're able to walk out the main large door that allowed you in. And as you walk through, the relief carving of Drasana and the serpent behind her takes its place again and closes that door up. And you see this lake pond that was in front and sort of ran under the stone is the same crystal clear blue as you saw in the chambers. Like the waters have continued to flow out from this source through and down the river that followed upstream to get here. In the same vein, the vegetation, the forest and jungles around you has started to spring back to life. The plants are greener. You hear birds chirping. You hear sort of the rummaging of woodland creatures in the undergrowth. So it feels like this blight is being pushed back by whatever you did in the chamber using this tier. And you're able to continue on, following essentially the reverse of the path you did along the stream and river to make your way back to Retris. And in the same vein, opposite as before, where it felt very hostile and you encountered those vine blights, now it's like the jungle is teeming with bountiful life again, and you have no issue on the return journey. Ember, go ahead.
Would you allow me to start casting Speak with Animals ritualistically as we are leaving? And I kind of want to just hear what the little animals in the undergrowth are saying, what the birds are saying as they seem to be coming back and this place seems to be teeming with life. Do they mention seeing something, maybe something that corrupted this place?
Yeah, so you can cast it as you all walk. It's very light duty walking along this path here by the river. And as soon as it takes hold, you start to hear lots of little voices around you, all the little birds and squirrels and things. It's sort of like being in a crowded room with all these people. But you're able to pick up just generally a sense of relief and happiness. You know, they're able to find food again. The water is fresh and clean. They're sort of talking amongst their friends and families about how somehow, you know, the forest has come back to life and everything's going to be okay now. But you don't pick up any of them having seen what caused it or anything having happened since you left. No one leaving, nothing like that. Just this wave of life coming back over the forest.
I think she'll bask in the little joy that they all seem to have.
Yeah, and unless anyone wants to do anything else, I'd say you're able to make your way back to Retris, following the same path. Ember, as it takes an hour or so to get there. As that spell ends, you sort of hear the murmuring switch back into chirps and chitters of the woodland creatures around you. I think it's an hour for Speak with Animals. Am I correct? Or is it all day?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so you definitely hear it sort of switch back into those woodland creatures that you're familiar with. And as you make it back to Retris, Valia and Merv greet the party here in this sort of village center near the well that you were familiar with. The effects of your actions, everything that you did in that temple with the tier, have already reached Retris well before you arrived as well. The wave moved a lot quicker than your return journey. The water from the well that you can see people are drawing out is this same clear crystal blue. It's cleaner and clearer than it ever has been. And you see people, the ones who at least were not sick or less sick, are hurrying around trying to distribute to the people trying to offer triage. You see actually little Kyrell running and playing some sort of game, kicking a ball with several other children that were in the hospital. So it's like this miraculously very quick recovery of all these people that just a day ago you had seen blighted by whatever this sickness was.
Does Valia look normal or back to normal?
All it looks as she did. You could tell that she was resilient through whatever was happening, but there's a bit of a cheer to her now, where she was a bit downtrodden before. And as she sees you all approach into this village center, she'll greet you and say, oh, you've returned. I take it this is your doing. This is incredible. What happened? I mean, it's miraculous. The water is clear again. This wave of life washed over us. And I mean, what did you see? What did you encounter? And there's like this sort of like hurried excitement to her voice.
Oh, we put the rock in the hole in the temple.
I suppose that did it then.
There's a lot of other details, but it was crazy. It was Ember. Was it the temple that you knew? I think that's what it was.
Ember will go into detail of what this temple looked like, what she saw, the carvings, the puzzles that were included, what the stone walkway looked like, what the relief was like, the dragon that they saw. I've never seen that temple before, but it was beautifully made, and thankfully now I think it's not corrupted with whatever that was.
No, it doesn't sound like it. As you probably saw, that temple is off the path a bit. Doesn't really receive visitors. Many don't know of it, but it sounds like you encountered the great Maluk and freed him. And I'm sure Drasana will thank you for that. And she'll explain that Maluk is this guardian spirit devoted to Drasana. And she seems very familiar with the way you describe this serpent. And what you describe in the defeat and sort of the dissipation, she's very certain that you didn't kill this thing. You didn't even maim it or hurt it. You liberated it.
Well, I can't say I liked him too much.
It's very powerful for a reason. You know, there's not everyone who ventures into those temples has good intent. And though Drasana's gifts are for all, those who do not wish her well need to be kept at bay. And Maluk has devoted itself to her for a very long time.
What could corrupt something so powerful, though?
I don't know. And the way it played out in the water, I don't know. I'll need to think on what you've told me.
Just a quick question for you. Who all have you spoken to in your home today?
I was out around the village for a bit today. But then, just earlier, Merv, your father's such a kind gentleman. We were sharing a cup of tea as I went about some of my daily chores. But no one outside of Retris. I mean, is someone here? Should I expect someone?
I don't believe so. I was just curious.
I think the hand goes over the eye as he squints to look at both of them.
And Merv's just like, there's really good tea. I mean, I tried to be helpful around here. Put my back into drawing some of the well water out, but not much of a homemaker, so I just try to keep her company.
Yeah, it was a really eventful day for everyone.
It sounds like you all set out what you went to do. Did you keep the stone? Do you still have it on you?
Oh yeah, she has it, and it was point over to Dasha.
Oh, okay. And he'll sort of Dasha, he'll glance your way, but he doesn't look you in the eye. It's sort of like he looks you up and down, like, do you have any packs or bags or anything on you where it could be? And then he'll turn back to everyone else. Say, well, you sure did everyone here a favor.
Yeah, glad no one is going to die of sickness.
No.
Yeah, did something good.
But speaking of regaining strength, and this is Valia speaking now, it's getting late, the sun's falling. Would you all look to be in need of rest? You can stay in my home again this evening. Prepare a meal. I'm sure soup with this water will be incredible.
Better than the old stuff, I guess.
Soup sounds wonderful.
As she leads you all into her home, you do see the last rays of sunshine coming through the trees here. And she brings you all in. She does prepare this meal of soup and bread, and she does make it with this purified well water, and it is absolutely the best soup you have ever had in your life. And you have a feeling it has something to do with what you did in the temple today with that water. But you're all able to sort of settle down for the evening here together. All of you with Valia and Merv as well. Emilia.
Can I sneak my soup and bread to Kip?
Roll me.
Because there's no raccoon to feed this time.
Yeah, if you would roll me your choice, a sleight of hand or a stealth check.
Okie dokie. Okay.
And anyone who wants to try to see can... Let's go with your passive perception.
'Tis a 10.
Does anyone's passive exceed a 10?
I have 12.
Yeah, it does.
You'll see Emilia sending a little bit Kip's way.
I don't want to be rude.
Oh, that explains the raccoons. I thought we all just really liked raccoons.
I mean, we don't we? Or we do, not don't. We do, don't we?
I was a bit concerned for a moment.
Yeah, I was too.
Speaking of raccoons, Valia, could you please send someone to feed Nibbles every once in a while?
Of course, I've been out there a few times to check up on Nibbles, and I don't think he's missing many meals, but we'll ensure that he gets fed.
I don't think he's missing much either, but thank you. I appreciate it. And hopefully that distracted her enough to where she did not see Kip getting Emilia's soup.
Let's roll a perception for Valia. Oof, natural 1. No, she's very distracted with being a host for you all.
If we can, I don't know if there's a moment where, say, Malin Merv would go get seconds or something, just something a little off to the side during this time. Mal would just kind of put his face right in front of Merv's and just kind of look in his eyes with a squint with the hand on the eye and then put it down.
You okay?
I'm just... Okay. Okay, so the tear, right? And when you touch it, you get these visions, these sad feelings. And he'll go in and explain our experiences with the tear. But when I touched it, I saw the person, but then there was like a visual, like a screen, and then I saw her, and he points to Valia. But like, if you were with her helping, I was seeing her from what I would imagine your eyes are. And why was a like constantly changing person like watching you? Why were there a few others? There's like someone fishing. They weren't having much luck. Fishing sucks. But like why would they be watching them and or like not watching you, but like watching what you're... Does that make sense?
You know, no, it doesn't. If you would though, Malin, roll me an insight check. Add advantage.
Oh.
Because you're about an inch from Merv's face.
Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay.
Oh, insight, this is crazy.
I don't know. I don't really know about a shifting thing. Is that what you said? And somebody fishing?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure a lot of people fish every day, but you're saying you saw... Was I fishing or what was I doing?
You were just there talking to her and, you know, trying to be the help that you said you could be. You weren't fishing. You'd hate fishing, I think. And yeah. But it was like I was in your head. It was like I was in your head, and yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that rock's capable of. I mean, between you and me and his voice, it's a little quieter here. I do think we should hang on to it, maybe, or maybe try to, you know, maybe they don't need it anymore, or maybe we just like stay in touch with them for when they're done with it. You know, I don't want to scare them off or anything. But at this time, with all he's saying to you and with that insight check, you're not quite sure what it is, but something feels different in this conversation between you and your father, where in the past you've always felt like he's been very upfront with you. And at this moment, there's something he's not saying. And you can pick up on that.
What is this, Dad? There's there's something in the air here. What is this? What is... I'm a confused rock again. There's something here.
That damn rock. As he looks out Valia's kitchen window a bit and says, I'll turn back to you and say, look, I'm not sure what you saw, but you know, I try to protect you. I try to only tell you what I think you need to know, because when you know certain things, you can't unknow them. And I want to tell you more. And he's sort of like just staring down, speaking to you, but not looking in your eyes as he says this. I want to tell you more, but you have to trust me that now's not the right time.
What makes it not the right time? And he just like kind of shifts, like he's just a little uncomfortable. When we were down there, Emilia said that we were friends, and friends tell each other things, and you're my dad. What do you mean? Now is not... What's in the air here? What's this being in between the teal light? What's the...
He pauses again. He's very deep in thought at this point, and you can tell that he's definitely more uneasy than you've seen in recent times. Big, deep sigh. Okay, I can tell you this. You know the work we do, the jobs we get.
Yeah.
You know, we travel around, we do different things. I sort of handle the information side of things, and you're a doer. And together we're doers, but tell you what you need to know, right? And we got a good thing going. Well, for that kind of arrangement, certain agreements need to be made. We have to prove that we're trustworthy for this, for this benefactor to give us these jobs, to give us this information. And I have an arrangement with them that helps keep us working, helps keep us fed. And in all arrangements, there's certain concessions that need to be made. You have to offer something to get something. So maybe they keep an eye on us.
This work we do, it's not really good work for good reasons, is it?
It's a matter of perspective, a certain point of view. Certainly not good for some people, but we've helped others before, and it's good for us. And it's good for our agreement. So, the world is a very gray place.
What's the agreement?
It's the part you're going to have to trust me on. It's difficult to go into detail, and you see him sort of clench his fist and wince a bit when he says that.
I don't even know what that means.
He just holds his gaze on you.
Emilia shared the things that were important to her.
I'm glad she did. Good that, they're opening up a bit. I'm glad she's able to speak about them. It's not an easy thing to do.
I don't think I'm very hungry anymore. And I'll put the bowl in the sink around the bar. Just go sit down.
And Merv will stay in the kitchen there and hang his head, and you see him sort of shake it left and right. And you hear this deep sigh come from him. I would say with that high insight roll from earlier, we'll use the same one. You sense regret in himself and frustration with something. But not directed at Malin. Like he's frustrated with himself. Ember, go ahead.
Do we see Mal come back to the table disheartened?
I think he comes back. I think he's kind of like walks back slowly as he's trying to just collect himself before getting to the table. So I don't know. I think he's trying to be okay. Is it something that we could roll for, maybe?
Yeah, if you're trying to show that you're okay, then I would say in this case it's going to be a deception check or a persuasion, really. I mean, I think either one could really go. And then Ember, an insight check.
Can I insight too?
Yeah, anyone sitting around will be able to see Malin Wynne back, so anyone who chooses to.
Dirty 20.
I got a 12.
Well, still both beat my 9. So yeah, he's I think he's sharing the frustration and just a very confused rock.
Yeah, so that's how Nibbles is so fat. You okay, kid?
Yeah. I'm not just not as hungry as what I thought I was. So
Well, if you need to talk about
Well,
anything.
tomorrow's another day. Lots of stuff happened today. It's okay to take some time.
yeah. But the thing we did today, it was good. Like it was like there's no way to spin it to say that it was something impure. Like it was. Everyone would say it was good.
Can we still hear the kids laughing and playing outside?
It's nighttime at this point, so it's definitely quieting down out there.
I think she would just kind of gesture to outside to where you could hear the giggles and the laughter and the playing. And now that that's kind of quietening down and you don't hear the coughs and like sickness in this village as much as when we left. I think if you listen, you'll see that you did a lot of good today.
I just kind of look out a window, give a very quick little smirk, and just nod his head. Yeah.
And we learned the eye thing. That was good.
And we learned the eye thing so we can be more prepared for giant lizard, snake, spirit things.
And you're the
But
one
also
that...
Oh, go ahead, Amber. Yes.
You're the one that set Maluk free?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anyone was gonna do that. It just happened to be me. I have no doubt Dasha would have smoted something.
Oh.
And
But you're the one that
No,
did
you
it.
should take credit. Yeah.
yeah, it was
And
good.
the one eye thing, it's mainly about who you can trust. If you have to keep one eye open, it means maybe you're not in good company. But if you noticed, I kept both eyes open today. Good company.
Good company.
Then were
Yeah.
we rude by keeping one eye open all day?
No, it was such a good time. You guys were figuring it out.
Between the two of you, you had two
Aw.
eyes working.
We did. The whole time.
And damn good, great eyes. And I'll give a high five to Emilia.
Great eyes.
Together we make one whole person. Eyes. Set?
Well, that's cute.
And Mal is he's a little more in it now. He's not, I mean, the frustration is still there. It hasn't left his mind, but he's just a little more present now.
And as you all converse over dinner and tea afterwards and start to settle down for the evening, is there anything else you'd like to do before we can take a long rest?
I think Ember will take some time to give Kip squish face, but also take out that holy symbol she wears around her neck. Just fiddle with it. And she just quietly asks, "When will you finally let me go? Was that not enough?"
Will you roll me a religion check, please?
Yeah.
It's a plus 12. So plus 12, that's a 14 plus 12 for a 26.
Okay. Oh. Your response is a feeling. Your response is a feeling of appreciation, of a gratefulness for what you did, of a relief. You also get a sense of, what is the best word for this? A sense of pain and helplessness. Pain, helplessness, and frustration all sort of mixed into this one emotional response you feel from her.
Does it feel like that frustration and helplessness is aimed at me?
It is not. It is not aimed at you. I will say, with that high of a religion roll, the way this feels, and it has felt sort of gradually for a little bit, but definitely now, in this attempt at communion, she's been weakened in some way. Not something you did, but your connection feels weaker.
I think just quietly, "Where are you? What are you asking of me?"
Again, a sense of feelings in response. You get the sense, it was a 26, right? She's hurt. She's, more accurately put, she's been injured or maimed. And what you did today went a long way towards alleviating that. But it's not complete.
I think she'll try to find Mal.
Small house.
You asked if you did something good today.
Yeah.
I believe the goddess of life is struggling. And what you did today alleviated that.
I mean, what we did. But I'm glad it was good.
You were a part of it. You can take credit. Because you did not have to be there, you could have chosen otherwise.
I know I already had asked, but irrefutable. Good, right?
Irrefutable.
It feels good. Really good.
She'll give you a small smile and squeeze your shoulder. Have some faith in yourself. I'm sure you do a lot of good.
Just press his lips together and shake his head.
And she will carry on doing something else with Kip at her heels.
Oh, but the wing that's really cool. Really, it was.
Thank you. I'll try to learn to enjoy them a bit more.
I hope so. I don't know how you got them, but like, I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. I've just never seen someone with them before.
And I think that smile actually does reach her eyes this time, as she will giggle a little bit, give Kip a scritch on the head. Thanks.
Yeah, Mal will continue with his night.
As it were. And you're all able to settle down for the evening. Click that long rest button. Get all that HP and spell slots back. It's always a good feeling. And the night goes on without interruption, unless anyone chooses to wake. But I will ask, after the long rest, when does everyone wake up the next morning?
I think I only need 4 hours of, like, just meditating.
Right, yeah.
So I'll just go to sleep 2 hours late, wake up 2 hours early. Start making breakfast, cleaning, doing something helpful.
Okay. What about you other three?
Probably sunrise.
I think Ember's an early riser too.
Okay. Mal, what about yourself?
Yeah, I don't think tonight we're a very deep sleeper, so I think the second light breaks is probably when we're up and about.
Okay. In that case, if you would all roll me a perception check.
Hunter sense.
Okay, you may do that.
13.
15.
16.
3.
3. Actually, I got a 16 from you. Ember, you said 15?
16.
No, 13.
Oh, wait.
16.
I'm not Ember.
Sorry. The other Ember.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say Mal, Dasha, Ember, you would catch that as you're waking up, and this is like right around the crack of dawn, Merv is actually coming in from outside. He's been very restless tonight. And he sees you're all awake and sort of gives you a quiet nod as to not wake anyone else. And then Mal, he'll motion to you and sort of give you the finger wag of like, hey, follow me outside real quick.
I think we stare at him for a second and like kind of start to slowly get up, but we just give a look to, I don't know, whoever is in the room. If we're all together, I think we'll just kind of give a look to everyone of just like, okay, and walk over to wherever we're being led.
And he'll walk out of the door into the Vali's home, sort of opens into this village center, and it's very quiet. You can hear a few birds chirping, but you can also still hear some of the evening critters as well, right on the crack of dawn here. And he'll turn to you once you're sufficiently far from the hut and say, Look, I know we talked about a lot last night, and I know you've got a lot of questions. I know there's some tension between us. We've got more work. We got another job that we need to head to today. And I want to be more open with you. I'm trying to. Believe me, I'm trying to. And all I ask is that you give me another opportunity to disappoint you.
I think he just stares at him for a little bit. I'll just put his hand to his eye, just rubbing it. Looking at him through the other one. I guess I'll just have to trust you.
You see a bit of quick surprise that Merv tries to quickly hide in that trust you just gave. And he sort of stammers a bit. He's like, well, okay. We're going far off into the west. There's deserts out there in the northwest. I can tell you as much as I know. Beyond that, I don't know a lot right now, but I figured we could just head back to the skiff in the clearing not far from here, and we'll stay in touch with our friends here, and maybe sync back up with them at some point. But look, I wish I could say more, but I can say thank you for the little bit of trust you've extended me.
Yeah. You wish you could, I wish you could. We'll do it. We'll do it that way.
Will you roll me? Let's see what the right roll is. Perception check at advantage, please.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for the advantage. 19.
As Merv says, I wish I could tell you more. Similar to what you saw in the kitchen last night, but more evident now because you're picking up on it. Clenched fist, a bit of a wince, almost like a wince of pain when he says, I wish I could tell you more. And then as soon as it hits, it's gone.
I think we take note of that, but I don't think we really care at the moment if it's genuine pain or if it's just a moment of frustration because he can't share more. So I think he just kind of just notices it and accepts it and doesn't really. I mean, he can't be told anymore, so I think we'll just let it be, and nod, and however we're gonna do it. Do we have to? Do we have to take the tear back? Is that a good question?
It's a fair question. And believe it or not, no, we don't. They can hang on to it.
We did so much. Where? Alright, just when?
I mean, day. We don't have to run off into the woods right now, but, when everyone wakes, we can say our see you laters and then make our way. It's a long flight, even by air.
Okay, you just tell me when, I guess. And he'll turn around and walk back inside.
And everyone's awake at this moment. You'll see Malin re-enter, and everyone's awakening. Valia is up and sort of puttering about, trying to make something to eat this morning, some sort of tea or something you may want to help prepare you for whatever comes next.
Mal, you know what? In the short time I've known you, it just hasn't struck me that you would be the type that would be an early riser.
Not usually, but I figured if we have, we had a full day yesterday and maybe a full day today, that it would have been good to be up early for it. So, but usually not. No.
I knew it. I read people so good.
But I mean, what is the plan for today? What are you all gonna do?
And at that Valia will chime in and say, well, of course you're welcome. I don't mean to kick you out. I wouldn't, but what do you plan to do with what you know?
We are taking the tear to father, right?
I guess that could be on the list. We said everyone would get a chance to use it, so that makes sense. Even after what we heard yesterday.
Very interested in meeting this person.
Yeah.
Is your father far from here? Is it a long journey?
Yeah, he is in Noiris.
That is a bit of a trek from here. Definitely. Well, depending on your method, at least a week or so, probably.
Maybe we can go sightseeing.
I used to not take the scenic route, so I would like to know what it's like.
I'm sure some more time is okay as long as the tear gets to him. Surely he won't be that mad.
Well, Norris is it's a very fascinating and fascinated city with matters of the arcane. There are, I'm certain, some scholars there that can tell you more about this relic, this tear. So perhaps you can learn more there as well after you visit your father.
Or before, because knowledge is power. Think of what you could take back to him if you knew more about it.
Yeah, and he shouldn't be mad that it takes long to get there. I mean, without you, he wouldn't even have it. So I don't know why he'd be upset with you about that.
Yeah, well, I didn't exactly tell him I was leaving. I know I should have, but I thought if I could bring the tear back, it would make up for it. So, do you think he's going to be mad?
I think that's even better. There's no expectation of you being back in a certain time frame. I think that works out great. It's a nice little surprise, little gift. Birthday present.
It's not one for surprises.
No, everyone loves surprises all the time.
He does not seem keen on them.
A parent should just be happy that their child is home.
That's why he keeps us all at home. So then he never has to worry.
A parent should be excited that their child comes home after spreading its wings. That it still chooses to come home.
But I don't have wings. And then she stops and she kind of looks. No, I don't have wings.
I think Ember just cackles at that.
yet.
So, is the plan to take the airship? How are we going to get to that place?
Well, I just want to mention before then, and Mal will look at his dad. I don't know if we're going to be joining. We have got something for somewhere else. And I doubt it's in the same direction. So
You'll stay in touch?
I think it's just you guys. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to, but if I find a way, yeah.
As you say that, Merv, who's not far from you, will reach out and say, yeah, I mean, look, this one's connected to mine. It's only a once a day sort of thing, but we can at least keep tabs. Maybe we can help each other later. And I'll hold his hand out to no one in particular, but to the rest of you. He holds a small, polished sending stone.
Ember will reach out and take it.
I'll hand it to you. So we're going a little far away. I was honestly thinking we would hang on to that skiff I commandeered. If y'all are only a week from Noiris, then you can probably head up to the highway of Elam and sort of follows the river. It's nice and public, you know? Might be your quickest route. I don't know, I'm not much of a navigator, but hopefully, and there's a bit of nervousness to him, hopefully, you're fine on foot, and since we're going further, we'll just go as the crow flies.
But I hope luck for you guys and what you'll do. All good things.
Yeah, it can be good for you too.
Irrefutable.
I can tell you're wisening up.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you guys don't shy away from new beginnings, from being alive, and just being who you are. So, I hope it's all really, really good.
Oh, I didn't expect heartburn this early.
So, was it? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just didn't expect heartburn this early.
Oh.
Goodbyes make me feel things.
We will be down an eye, but as long as you make sure you have an eye, you should be okay.
I am sure I'll be keeping one eye open so often. There's a little bit of frustration with that, but
And Volley at this time will... No, go ahead, Ember.
Frustration like what Dasha said last night, you keep one eye open with people you don't trust frustration?
precisely that.
Okay. Can we pick up on that?
How much are you trying to hide it there, Malin?
No. Like, I meant... Oh, God. Merv. Like, can we pick up that, like, Merv is untrustworthy?
Roll an insight for me.
Natural 20!
Plus?
25. So, or plus 5 for a 25.
Anyone else trying to ascertain?
I got a 5.
Okay. The 5, not so much. I did the 25. You could pick up that, you can put 2 and 2 together. There's some tension, some interfamily turmoil going on there.
With that sending stone, we'd be able to talk to him too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'll work for whoever uses it. So yeah, both of us. I mean, you'll have spent more time with my boy here. I'm sure you'll have more to say to him. If you learn anything about that stone you got, or anything else, or just want to say hi, feel free.
He's a good boy.
It really is. He's better than I deserve.
Well, should we go to our destination?
Yeah, I mean, daylight's burning. We should probably be off. And at this time, Valia will come up to you, Malin, and hand you a basket with sort of like this checkered cloth folded over it. And she's like, here's a few supplies for the road, just to help make the journey a bit easier.
Oh, are you sure? Thank you, but people are still recovering. Are you sure this isn't for people who need it?
Oh, with what you all did yesterday and what the water has done now for us, that will be plenty fine. This is just a few things to help make the journey a bit brighter, maybe. I put a little something extra in there for you. You look to be old enough.
Okay. I'm a confused rock, but okay. Thank
Dasha
you.
will also go up to Malin. In my old life, people would bow when they left. But instead, she'll give you a small bow. And she'll cast Aid. And a small old signet forms over the 3 of your hearts. And it's just kind of marking you with that Aid. Best on your journey.
I think he'll reciprocate the bow. Best on yours. Okay. All right. And I'll start taking a few steps back. Just ready for Merv to lead, because he doesn't know where we're going, so.
And Merv will do that. He'll give sort of a casual half salute to everyone in the room. Until next time. Thank you all for your help. He'll turn and exit the building.
And we'll follow.
And at this time, you follow Merv back to a similar path that you all originally took through the woods here. And after a few hours, again, because the blight that you faced on the way in has been eradicated, it's a much more pleasant, easy journey this time. You are able to make it back to this skiff that is still in this open clearing as you left it. And with no issue, you're able to board, get it ready for flight, and take off into the clear sky.
I think as they're heading off, as they're preparing the ship to take off, I think he's in a much more milder manner than what he was previously. I think he's just kind of talking about, I still want a dog sometime. I know you don't like him, but sometime.
That's a good point. I mean, I can learn to like him, right?
Who knows? But I know I want one at some point.
I'll try. I'll try to learn to like them.
I think he's just yapping about dogs for a little while as they go off.
And he'll go back and forth with you in that conversation. There's a bit of tension there, but he feels maybe a bit more at ease, able to talk to you about something a bit more casual. You still sense this frustration at himself and in his voice as he talks. But you also sense, with all the insights you've rolled lately, I won't have you roll another one because you're already on to this. You do sense that he wants to, at some point, tell you more. And whether it's him or something else, there is some sort of block in the way.
And I think that keeps him pretty mild for the time, but I think we'll anxiously await whenever that day is.
As you continue to rise, this skiff goes up into the sky until from the clearing you just see this sort of pinprick disappear into the clouds. And then back in Retris and Valia's home, you all now have some information. You've all experienced some, be it visions or memories or what have you, you're not quite sure yet. And you seem decided enough to venture to Noiris and either learn more about the tier, take it to Emilia's father, or maybe debate a little bit along the way. You do have a good journey in front of you. And that is where we'll end the session tonight. Thank you for watching Session 5 of Ascension. If you're excited for the next episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when it's posted. Also, please make sure to check out our players' social media profiles linked in the description below. Until next time.